So as usual, whenever I get a special guest in the studio, I like to allow them to introduce themselves. So, Miss Special Guest, would you like to introduce yourself to the people listening to The Beat London right now?
London, your girl Tosh Alexander is in the building.
Hey. Tosh Alexander in the building. So, Tasha, I think anyone who's listening to the show and has been listening for a while will recognise some of your music and your name from the music that you've, well, let's say your new single at least, at the very least. They'll also notice that you've got a bit of an accent.
I do.
Where is that accent from?
Jamaica.
Jeez, come on.
Hey, do I get claps for that too?
Oh, you know what? You do get claps for that. Of course you do. Oh, I wasn't prepared. Let's go. Right, say again, where are you from?
Jamaica.
Jeez, there you go.
Love that.
What part of Jamaica are you from?
Okay, so I lived in Kingston.
Oh, okay. So where are you? So you don't live in Jamaica anymore?
I live back and forth.
Okay, back and forth between where and where?
Between Florida and Jamaica, and then I bounce around in New York as well.
Oh, okay. So when you go back to Jamaica, where do you stay now?
Kingston.
Oh, you're back to Kingston again?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. No, I ask them, I like to familiarise myself with Jamaica. So,
okay.
So,
you haven't been?
No, I do, but I don't ever go to Kingston. It's too hot.
Okay.
It's too hot for me. I don't like it.
Oh, it's too hot, you said.
But no, because my mum lives in Ochi, near Ochi.
Oh,
so
nice.
I would go like
I love that side.
That part.
Yeah, you're right. I get it.
Yeah, so it's a bit too hot for me. So what brings you to London?
I mean, well, I'm here.
What brings you here?
Right. So we have to push the single Check to Me Nice. I need for my UK people to just really get comfortable with the name Tosh Alexander.
Yeah.
We want to focus here. I think the vibes is here in the UK.
You think so? More
Absolutely.
so than Jamaica, more so than America?
I feel for my style of music, I believe UK is the place.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what is the vibe like in America then?
America is cool. America did it.
But
But I okay. First of all, I am Jamaican, I'm Caribbean. UK has always embraced the culture fully from the beginning.
Facts, yeah.
All right, that's just number one. Number two, I love the flair, the fashion, the feel, and just the overall culture of the UK.
Yeah.
And I feel like my music always blend between R&B and dancehall, R&B and reggae. And I feel like a space like here that's so heavily integrated would appreciate my sound.
Have you been to London before?
Yes.
Okay, so how many times have you been here?
This would be my 5th time.
Your 5th time?
Yeah.
Oh, so quite regular. So you know London?
I don't know it like I should. Yeah, I hope to come here more often so I can really understand the place.
Do you have family over here?
I do have family here, but I don't believe that they live in London.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know they live off where there's like a lot of greenery and bush, so.
And you don't ever go and see them?
No, every time I come here, it's been for work.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So they don't, whenever you come over, they don't say, "Oh, Tosh, why you not come to go see her?"
They do, and then I get so caught up with work and I come and I don't spend long periods of time. So I come in for work and then I leave.
Yeah.
But that's going to change very soon.
Okay, but not this time.
Not this time.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so when you were in London, actually, let's talk about your London time. What do you like to do because you obviously, I know you're here for work, so you spend all your time doing working, but there's going to be little down times. Where would you like to go? What do you like to do in your down times when you're in London?
Okay, so the past few times I came here, I stayed around the Shepherd's Bush area.
Oh, okay.
Right? I loved that. This is actually the only place that I feel comfortable just kind of plugging in my headphones and just walking out, like just walking.
What, no dangers?
No, I don't feel that here.
Okay.
If I'm going to be quite honest.
What, in London?
Yeah, I don't.
You don't? Or any?
I'm being honest with you.
I'll tell you a few places.
No, I'm just saying, like, so I spent a lot of time in New York.
Yeah.
And of course, I've lived in Jamaica. I don't ever just put on my headphones anywhere and just wander. And for whatever reason here, yes, it surprised me. I just do. I've never, like, even taking the subway in New York, I get anxiety immediately. Here, I just go, I ask questions, I go, and I'm fine. Yeah, I don't know why the UK does that to me, but I just feel very safe here.
So you actually go out on your own in London?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, even I came here for Carnival one year where I had to perform as well.
Okay.
I went there on my own. I took the train, I walked around, I asked questions, hey, do I get from here to here? And they told me and I found my way.
How do you find, so that subway system, how do you find that subway system for someone who's not from London and goes under the underground, has a look at the map? Is it confusing or is it actually quite simple?
So no, I just literally went there, asked someone, hey, I'm trying to get to so and so and so, what do I do?
Yeah.
They gave me instructions, I wrote it in my phone, and it was just that easy for me. And it was so clean and it was comfortable.
Hold on, what, pardon? What was clean?
Have you been to New York?
Have you been to London?
Have you been to New York? Nothing beats that subway and how terrible that is.
Really? Is it that bad?
Absolutely.
Really?
What are you saying right now? 100%. And big up to New York. I get to say that because I'm from there. The subways are treacherous. Like,
really?
Hair is very decent. Yes, there's an order.
I don't know anyone in London that will agree that it's clean here. So it must be terrible in New York.
Cleaner than
New York. Mm-hmm. That must be really bad.
Go to New York in the summertime. Go to the subway and then let me know how it goes.
I probably won't after that recommendation. But anyway, listen, we'll be back after the ads. Tosh Alexander, she's in the building. What are the best bits of London or the best parts of London, would you say? If you were to give advice to anyone coming over to London, what would you say to look forward to? What are the best parts? The
food could be better. You know, the food, we could work on the food a little bit. But the culture overall, to me, just does everything for me. The people, the vibes, the energy. And actually, I think I come across way more like... I don't come across as much Africans.
You don't? Okay, go to Peckham.
So, but I'm saying in the UK.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
So, you know, I just love that over here you just meet a lot more.
Have you had fish and chips yet?
Yeah.
What do you think? Have you had mushy peas?
No, I wouldn't even try that though. I'm not really a peas person. You know, I do believe that the UK could work on the cuisine a little more.
Yeah, they definitely need to. Yeah.
The fish and chips is very... You know, I'm spoiled. I have a palate. I'm a Jamaican. I mean, the food, you know, we love the food there. It's heavily seasoned. It's flavorful.
Yeah, they don't know about that here.
I'm just saying.
I'm not so sure. Yeah.
No,
I get it.
Rough.
We played your single, Chat to Me Nice. Talk to me more about that single. How did it come about? What's inspired it?
Okay, Chat to Me Nice. What inspired it? Chat to Me, the topic was inspired by me just being very bored by the dating world and the lack of conversations that the depth that I was having with these people I was going on dates with. They were boring me to death. And I just felt like there was minimal effort in trying to impress me. And I feel like men use security to impress women a lot. It still happens, but it just doesn't happen as much as it should. So
what's changed?
Maybe social media has just changed it.
So men don't try anymore.
A lot of men, not all men, a lot of men don't feel the need to try as much because they already have access to you through social media.
Okay.
Right? So they feel like they know you. As opposed to back in the day where you just literally just met this person, so you are forced to want to call them or want to see them or find creative ways to get through to them to learn them.
So I'm in a bar. You've walked in.
Right.
Yeah, you're buying a drink.
Yes.
I'm already at the bar buying a drink. I've seen you. You're to my right. I want to talk to you.
Okay.
How do I approach Tosh Alexander?
I mean, it's just a confidence thing, right?
So if I stutter, is it over?
No, I'd be like, oh, you're nervous, poor thing. Hi. No, so
But nervous doesn't work.
No, can I be honest with you? I really don't buff guys unless they come off too strong.
Okay.
So there's guys that they're honestly just not my type, but the mere fact that they tried, like they mustered up to come over to me and speak to me, I'm like, no, thank you. Like it's all in Hawaii. I'm like, no, it's okay. Like I'm not rude about it.
Okay.
Right? So if a guy tries to talk to me and he gets tongue twisted and he stutters, I'm going to be like, it's okay.
Okay.
Hi, no, thank you. You know, I let you down that way. I would just like, there's a confidence in stepping to me, and it doesn't have to be over the top. It's just like, you want to buy me a drink? I'll probably say to you, no, thank you. I'm not really big on the drinking thing. And if you just start saying, my name is so and so, or I don't know, say something cute, or maybe say nothing cute at all. Just speak to me. I will indulge in the conversation.
What if he hit you with a chat-up line?
What do you mean?
So you don't know about chat-up lines?
No, what's a chat-up line?
Chat-up lines. So chat-up lines. Okay, so chat-up lines are like kind of like guys, geezers. They might go up to a lady and they might say, oh, is that a ladder in your tights? Or is that a stairway to heaven? Chat-up lines, right?
I would be like... No, I'd laugh.
Yeah?
I'd laugh.
Yeah.
And I'd like to laugh. And then that could get the conversation going. I mean, and by the way, that's funny to me. I think that's actually pretty clever.
Or if he said to you, if I was in charge of the alphabet, I'd put you and I together.
I'd be like, wow, where'd you get that from?
Yeah,
right, see? Conversation. Right. But that shows some personality too. Yeah. I like that.
Or it shows that you can read.
Right.
You're just going to Google.
Okay, no problem.
Right,
but at least you did Google it.
Okay, fair.
See what I'm saying? I'm not saying to go do a whole thesis. Right, there we go.
Okay. What do you think about females approaching men then?
I've heard of stories of females approaching men and it works. To each his own, you know what I mean? I just rather you come to me. But I can't say that. Maybe if the man I'm supposed to be with, if he was put in the same room, if I felt called to like have to speak to him, maybe in that moment it would change. But for right now, and like the history of how I've had relationships, I would just rather you approach me.
Okay. But do you have time for a relationship now? You're here, they're jet setting between two countries. You're here in London as well. You're working, you're doing all these things. Do you really have time for somebody?
That is such a good question. I feel like I could make the time if I feel like it's that serious of a relationship. And I feel like the kind of person who I'd want to be involved with is someone who would understand this space. So there will be, like, it just won't feel difficult maneuvering in that space, because they would get that this is the industry I'm in, and then I would also make the effort to make the time.
That being said, could you date someone within the industry?
That's funny. So I've tried.
Okay, that laugh says, have you dated someone within the industry?
I have. So I've dated somebody in the industry, and I've dated people outside of the industry. Yes, I'd rather to date somebody familiar with the industry. Maybe not an artist. Okay. But someone who is a part of the industry, who understands pursuing the passion. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't necessarily want to date an artist, to be honest with you, but I would like someone who understands how this world works, for sure. Okay, all right. Yeah. So we'll look out for someone who's not an artist but involved in the industry, someone who plays keys or something like that, maybe? So just a creative overall in this space, because they understand. Honestly, I've tried to date people who are not affiliated music or just not musically inclined. There's a block we're always going to meet, because the way I feel about music and pursuing this, it's you either get it or you absolutely don't. I hear you. Yeah. How do you feel about the industry as a whole? How are you enjoying your journey so far? The journey. How am I enjoying the journey? It's been hard. It's been a difficult feat, but I feel like music for me has been my biggest teacher in life. That's how I look at it now. And it's just taught me so much about myself. And every day I'm grateful that I have this gift to create, right? Being a creative is absolutely fun. That in itself. Maybe the pursuit in itself is what kind of beats people up, or has definitely had its effect on me. Yeah. But I wouldn't trade it for anything else, because when you're creative, it's literally who you are. Like, you don't try to be it, right? So whether or not this works out, I wake up every day creating anyways. So I feel like once you just kind of like change your perspective on that, the journey is nicer. Like, I have way more fun creating now, because I have released a lot of expectations. And now I just kind of go with it. And I do find that when you just kind of release things and release how it should look or how it should be, the more you enjoy it, those same things that you would want to happen, they just end up manifesting and showing up in your life. In an effortless kind of way. So what made you decide to do it in the first place? It's a hard thing, especially if you were growing up in Jamaica as well. Like it's like sometimes Jamaican artists just feel that their music is just in the island of its own, and it doesn't really branch out as far as it should do. So what made you even decide, you know what, I'm going to take the plunge, I'm going to get involved in the music and see where it takes me? My family loves music on both ends, right? I mean, music has always communicated with me, I feel like, in a spiritual way. I don't believe people who are in the industry, maybe it's changed now, but a lot of people, you don't necessarily choose to be in it. You wake up one day when you're younger and you have an obsession with creating. And after you create it, you want people to hear it. And then so naturally in doing that, people start knowing you as a singer. And then that's someone comes to you, hey, we can make this happen. Right? That's normally the progression of things. For me, growing up, my parents had me singing happy birthday for every cousin. If they didn't care, Tosh is gonna sing happy birthday. You know, my parents had the mic in the house with the sound system, and we're singing the lyrics off the CDs, and they're helping us practice. My mom did this with all three of us. My brothers sing as well. Oh, okay. Right? So this is something that we've been doing. I realized I could pursue it. I always wanted to be a singer, but when I moved to the States, I was literally in class singing, and the guy next to me, his dad was someone from the Commodores, and he was like, my parents, they're making a girl group, and I think you should try out. Oh, so that's how it came about. So it didn't start in Jamaica. So how old were you when you went to America? I went to America at 11. Oh, I see. Did you? So who did you go with your parents or? Yeah, and I was born in the States too. And then that's why I said I have like a real back and forth story. Okay, so I assumed that you were born in Jamaica and then went over to America. Okay, so you really are back and forth then. Yes. Okay, so you got two brothers and they're both involved in music. Yeah. What do they do? My younger brother raps extremely well, and just an overall really good writer. And my older brother he doesn't do it so much anymore, but he used to be the one that would record me. He recorded me and he produced as well. And he played the instruments, like he was extremely dope. Yeah. A lot of the initial stuff I did in my career was with my brother.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. So how are you enjoying it? What I always like to ask people that are involved in the industry, what are the plus points? What are your best moments? And what are the negative bits that you've gone through that you want to warn others about? Like, are there any things that you think, any up and coming artists, beware of this, stay away from that, or look forward to this? What would your advice be?
So I'll start off with the things that you should probably be wary of first. I think you need to really go into this space really being honest with yourself about why you want to do it. I genuinely just have always created music, and I love this thing because I do it every single day. I sing as I wake up, I sing before I go to my bed. There's some people that come in here because they feel it's a glamorous space, and it's actually the most unglamorous space. Everything about this space is you see the glamorous moments, but all the moments leading up to it, it's a lot. And if you are not equipped mentally, this thing will break you. Right? You're going to face more rejection than you're going to be applauded. And the rejections will continue. And you're going to have to find ways to maneuver through that and not take it personal. There is a person to the left and to the right that is just as good or better at what you do. What's going to make you stand out is authentically being yourself. And whoever that is, you just have to own that 100%. And just pretty much use the discernment. You have a talent and people see that as something that they could, take advantage of, or, they can kind of manipulate. And so you have to really, apply that discernment and make sure that you're really following your gut and working with people who are aligned with your purpose in music. I would say the upside is like there's nothing better to me than when I get an idea in my mind and I know how it's supposed to come out, and I go and I lay that record and I do a video and it's exactly what I saw, and sometimes even better. When you guys hear the music and you play it, that's dope. I don't really go back and play my songs over and over again because the best part to me was taking it out of my brain and like bringing it to life. So I take that process very seriously. I don't play my recording. I'm not slapdashing. I'm gonna sing it 10 times over if I need to. As far as the visuals, I'm always deeply embedded in that part. So the journey for me, the best parts about it is reminding yourself every day you have this gift to create, and watching it come to life. That in itself is like magic. I'm thinking of in my career, I had moments like, a few. When I was younger, I was just, I don't know, I was talking to a friend. She thought I was charismatic. She takes me to the studio, and I'm in a studio now with Busta Rhymes and Pharrell, and we're working on an album. On a project for his album. And then he's just like, I want you to be in the video. And now I'm in a video around people who I've looked up to like my whole life. Crazy. That was really amazing to me. Another moment would have been the first time I came to the UK and I performed for the first single I released called Bubble in 2018. Right? And they're like, come over here, you're gonna perform at Carnival. I'm thinking, because they don't know me, I'm going to go on some small stage. I was on some big stage, like people looking at like the biggest crowd I've ever performed for. Then I was like at Rampage on a truck, like all over the place just performing. And that was so dope because people here knew me and I did not know that. So that was amazing. And then I would say around a month ago, we did this thing called in Tribeca called The Melodic Odyssey of Tosh Alexander. And it was literally a museum piece of all the work I've done in the past 10 years. Like put on mannequins, like blown up, put on the walls. And I did a showcase for everyone and it just came out so amazing. So I would say those are, so far off the top of my head, like 3 very poignant moments for me.
Nice, okay. You're in London at the moment. What's your familiarity with the London scene, or the UK scene, should I say?
I don't know, I can't say that. That's what I'm saying. Every time I come, I just kind of like dip in and out. I have not stayed and like really immersed myself in the culture enough to comment.
So do you know any of the artists? Are you familiar with any of the artists?
Oh, you're talking about if I like any of the artists? Yeah. I love Georgia Smith.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been a fan for a long time. I love Stormzy, Dave, J Hus. I'm messing up right now because I'm forgetting so many people.
You're never, you're always going to get, no matter what, you'll always remember someone when you go home. You're never going to get all the names.
I'm like messing up right now because there's so many people who I'm messing up on. I'm not remembering. But off the top of my head, I'll say that. And then naturally, like, I know that he's repping Nigeria heavy, but Burna Boy.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Anyone that you'd like to work with from the UK that you haven't worked with already? If you could, anybody.
I love how am I messing up with them right now? No, those are my guys. It's 3 of them.
Western.
I love them.
Western and brilliant.
Yeah. I love the writing. I love the melodies. They're amazing. I'd love to work with them.
Yeah.
I'd love to work with everyone I just mentioned, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You never know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Put it into the air and, manifest it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. What's next for Tosh Alexander? You're here. So what are you here for, actually? So I know you're promoting a single. Have you got any live performances or anything like that? Any events that you're attending?
Not yet.
No? Okay. Were you at Splashfest?
I was not. I missed the Mudfest.
Yeah, it was a Mudfest.
But I heard it was amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. I missed the Mudfest too, thank God. I don't know if I could have done it.
Okay.
I couldn't do it.
Oh, for real?
I would have been very upset. Yeah.
If you mess up your trainers?
Well, I would never go there wearing good trainers in the first place because that's crazy.
Okay.
But even so, just to have to go home in that mud. I'm not getting in my own car in that mud. I'm gonna have to walk home.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be very upset about life. So but it is what it is.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're promoting not just this song. I have a mixtape dropping.
Mixtape dropping. What's the mixtape called?
I cannot tell you that as yet. We had this discussion off air.
I didn't know we were gonna say that. So why did you call the mixtape? Why it's called the mixtape?
Because I chose the name of that mixtape because it's going to appeal to all the listeners.
Okay, the males or the females?
All
the listeners. Okay, fine.
All the listeners.
Okay. And so, what's the concept of the mixtape?
The concept of the mixtape is to just align really dope music that will appeal to all of my listeners.
Okay, cool. So based on the fact that are not allowed to know what it's called or anything more than that, have you got like an idea for what the cover of the mixtape will look like?
Yeah, it's going to look like a really dope picture and artwork to appeal to all of my listeners.
Okay.
Both male, female, the poster dog, the granny, the child, everyone in between.
Okay. The granny. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Okay, cool. Okay, fair enough.
We have something for everyone. That's the point of the mixtape.
So, Tosh, it's been amazing speaking to you. It's been great to finally meet you.
Thank you for having me.
You're going to bless us with a live performance.
Am I?
Yes, you are, apparently.
I had no idea.
Yeah, and then after you do that, you're going to let us know exactly what to expect from this mixtape and what the cover's going to look like and the name of it. We're going to do. All right, we're going to play one song when we get you ready.
You're relentless.
I am. Listen, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
You got to follow me at Tosh Alexander.
Oh, of course. Sorry, I apologize. Sorry, do that. Sorry.
At Tosh Alexander, okay? TOSHALEXANDER.
What is your actual first name? Is it Tosh?
My name is Tosh. I'm named after Peter Tosh.
Really? There you go. Bit of information for you.
Big energy.
Thank you.
Yes.